All right, let's talk about this. We're going to start off with SBI because why not, right? SBI is the topic of conversation, and we're going to use none other than John F. Trent's article over on That Park Place to headline it a little bit. So if you guys are unaware, we have put out a video prior. I tried to beat Smash JT to it, but unfortunately he was 18 minutes ahead of me. Sweet Baby Inc. redesigned their entire website. To be honest with you, it's not even just a minor redesign. Obviously, if you guys have watched our videos, you realize it's a pretty major redesign. They used to have about 5 or 6 tabs on their website detailing a bunch of different things, who they work with, who works with them, at the actual company and whatnot. And they're all gone. All there is just a simplistic website now, a single page website, 2 if you count the email form to reach out to them. And that's it. They took away everything. They took away who they work with, all the companies that they worked with, all their proud accolades they took away, and they only showcase the same games they've been showcasing for how long now? I mean, they always use the same titles, and I don't know why, but it's always Alan Wake 2, God of War 2, and Spider-Man 2. That's all they showcase on their website. Hey, there we go.
Sable. They like that.
There we
Sable
go.
game.
Much better.
Oh.
Much better. See, we had the same idea. Very good. Very good.
You inspired me.
You're welcome. They keep using the same exact video games because we know the truth, right? And the truth is that most of the projects they have worked on have been massive financial failures, and even going even further than that, the games that they are harping on their website, those 3 games, those games haven't been profitable either. Alan Wake hasn't turned a profit still to this day at all. Maybe with the DLC that's coming out, they might score lucky. Who knows?
No,
I doubt it. But hey, I'm just trying to be, And Spider-Man 2. I think Spider-Man 2, for right now anyway, because to be fair, Spider-Man 2 is not on PC yet, but I think it's only sold about 1/3 of the last one. Without being half. Is it half? Okay.
Yeah,
so
I think the first one did like 20 million, and this one has only done 10.
I thought the first one was higher than 20 million. How many copies?
I think there was like a leak spreadsheet that said it was like 25 million, something around there.
I mean, I can say I would have run out and bought that as soon as it hit the ground if it weren't for all those fucking flags and the shit that people were saying about them. So yeah, I can definitely represent customers
You
who
mean red flags or pride flags?
Pride flags.
Okay.
But pride flags are red flags.
Same difference.
So, yeah.
Spider-Man 2 was 11 million, and the first Spider-Man was 22.6.
Yeah, I have it right here where it says that the original game sold 20 million copies on PS4 by itself. Miles Morales only sold 6.5 million copies. So shout out to Miles Morales.
Well, the problem with
Miles Morales.
The problem with Miles Morales is it was very confusingly marketed. Like, I didn't know if it was a full game, and then it was like it's not, but it's not
DLC.
full price.
Yeah.
I thought it was a DLC or expansion. That's what I really thought it was.
I mean, let's be real. It was a DLC. It was just a DLC that got its own disc.
To my point, it was very
why.
confusing to people because nobody knew what the hell it even was.
Yeah. So they're constantly harping on these games, and I mean, Spider-Man 2 only sold about half of the original, probably a little less than that if you account for PC sales on top of PS4. Which again, I don't know how far that makes it go. It's probably like John said, it's probably like 22, 23 around there, give or take.
Yeah, so we have the leaked data that was leaked to Reset Era at the end of 2023.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man did 22.685 million units, and net sales were 827 million. And then we don't really like the Spider-Man 2 numbers. They released that in like a presentation report, their games and network services segment report that they did. Like, when did I write this? In May. So at the end of May, they said they sold over 11 million units for Spider-Man 2, and then that leaked data said that Miles Morales was 11.125 million units, but only net sales of 427. So basically, Spider-Man 2 did the same as Miles Morales.
Okay, so you said it sold how many? 11 million copies.
Yeah, they said 11 million plus units.
The budget
on
for the
their
game was 300 milli.
Ooh, fuck.
Well, think about it. So think about it though.
mean,
Think about it. Of course, the budget's 300 million because, to be honest with you, they sold 20 million some odd copies on PS4. That's insane money. That's $1 billion franchise. You would risk it. at that point, and put some budget behind it. And even though Spider-Man 2 sold only half of the original game, you're still looking at an average of almost $800 million if you take $70 times 11 million copies.
Does
So
that
that's still-
include the royalties? Like,
No,
Sony
they
owns
don't,
Spider-Man.
they don't keep all of that, right? So you have to pay your retailers. You have to pay.
no, I mean the royalties for Spider-Man. You're saying Sony owns Spider-Man, so they don't have
Yes,
to pay
Sony owns the
Marvel?
rights to Spider-Man. They actually
Yes.
cut a deal with Marvel to have Spider-Man in the MCU because Sony
But
owns
Yeah.
They
Spider-Man.
still have to pay
Whoa, 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 whoa,
royalties
whoa, whoa,
to the
whoa, whoa,
creators
whoa,
of
whoa, whoa.
Spider-Man.
Whoa! I thought
Yeah.
no. That's only for film.
No. That's for anything Spider-Man.
No,
Like,
it's not.
you-
No, it's
yeah.
not. No, it's not.
Okay.
No,
You are-
Atreus, I actually think it might be because Spider-Man games have been exclusive to Sony since like the PS3 era. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
but
sure.
that's because they cut that deal as far as the video game goes. When it comes to the
Hey,
merchandising,
Cabrutus in the chat. What's up, Cabrutus? Sorry.
Yo,
What up,
Carry on.
Brutus? How you doing, brother? Got it,
his
Trace.
best friends are back.
oh no, I said what I had to say. Griff.
Well,
Well,
either
I mean,
way, so
according to
with,
this-
with the game being $70, it's selling 11 million copies. That's $770 million. That being said, how much do they put into marketing? How much goes into the physical means of production, not just the budget to actually make the game and whatnot? So if it has hit profit, it's barely crested over the edge by maybe
No doubt.
maybe a few mil.
Really quick, Trace, just Googled it really quick. It says Sony still owns the movie, TV, and game
Yeah.
rights to Spider-Man and all his associated characters, except Kingpin, who the right holders for Daredevil can also use.
But I thought we were talking about royalties. You know what? I think I'm getting royalties confused with Mark.
Probably. Yeah.
The merchandising. Never mind.
It's okay. No worries. But just
No,
to clarify in
We're
the chat.
talking about the royalties going to Spider-Man the creators' estates like Ditko and
Yeah,
Stanley.
the families. Yeah, the families. That's why they created Miles Morales to begin with, so they didn't have to pay the royalties.
Oh,
as
that's
much.
wild.
Yes,
That's
that's why they're
wild.
trying. That's why they're trying to weed out Peter Parker.
Peter Parker,
they're,
yeah.
they're trying. They want to bring up, all these other IPs that.
Dude,
That sort of
that's
thing
wild.
happens all the time, though. That more often than not, that's the reason they want to create a new character. It just ends up being a race swap because of the DEI.
Well,
What game
I
is
think
this?
it's-
Usual Jude. What's this?
This comes out later next year, I believe, or middle
So
of
it's
next
not
year.
out yet, this one?
No, I don't believe it is.
It's gonna fail.
Whoa, hold on. No
I think
one
that
gonna
one's
call
out,
out the fucking
right?
self-insert on the main character?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was waiting for my chance. That is literally Kim Belair.
Well, it's amazing how, again, I say this in every video, it's nauseating, but Kim Belair is the first one to say that the characters, that have been made, that they work on and whatnot, were there in the beginning, and they didn't do anything, right? They just fleshed out the character that was already there and existing. They're just they're just a consultation company. But if that's the case, why is it that damn near every character always ends up being a
exactly like
character
her.
that looks like her?
They
Why is
always
that?
look
Look
like
at
her.
look at
Every-
Flip
Go back-
Siege of Dawn.
Go back to the 2019 Game Developers Conference presentation that she gives. She literally gives an example about how she was working with a company. They were creating it was like they had a team of characters. They had a Frenchman who had like a beret and stuff. And she said that
Yeah.
that guy was not good enough and she wanted to make him into a person of color. And that's all she wanted to do. I mean, she literally admits that
Oh, yeah.
is her
I
goal
remember
in that presentation that she gives in 2019.
Well, that's actually a good call out because whenever I talk about SBI, they're always saying that they're just a narrative consulting company and that everybody's trying to make them out to be this big DEI boogeyman, and they don't understand why people are coming after them like that because that's not what they do. Supposedly,
They
according
know
to them.
exactly why.
But the funny thing is, you're right. In the 2019 conference, she didn't just say that, but she also said that they are a narrative consultancy company that tells stories through the eyes of diversity, equity, inclusion. They focus on diversity, equity, inclusion when they're telling their stories, and that's their primary objective. So you got
Well, that
two
was
or
the
three
same with
things,
Cameron Wild that was saying that the white stories aren't interesting, that black stories are interesting. You remember that, John?
If that was the case, why do they keep
I mean,
failing?
everyone uses the quote that she says, "Go have a coffee with the marketing team and terrify them with the prospect of what's going to happen
It
if they
doesn't-
don't give you what you want." But
doesn't
right
matter
before
what
that, she
race.
said she spends ages talking about DEI, so that informs what she then later says. What you want, that you want to extort your marketing team for, of course, is DEI, and the extortion angle of it is that your company will get called sexist and racist if they don't give you what you want. So
And you have to You have to put that in. I mean, it's crazy to think about this because it was only 5 years ago, right? But we have to put that in the context of that historical moment when Twitter was run by the communists and the Marxists, and they were literally activating cancel campaigns against people and ruining their lives. I mean, Gina Carano is the biggest example of that, and she's fighting back the biggest too right now.